Gamers, we are here for the final Zinzolin fight, Zinzolin 4. And this fight, my friends, is actually kind of scary. We have snow warning, we have blizzard, we have reflect, we have hail everywhere, snow cloak, ice body, snow cloak. It's hard to hit these guys. They're getting guaranteed blizzards. Actually, you know, a slightly difficult fight. The problem is that Infernape is just kind of broken, especially when it's hasty and outspeeds every Pokemon on this team. And Ice types also just kind of suck. So I've been talking about this fight for a while, about how hard Zinzolin 4 was going to be, right? We've had 3 Zinzolin fights so far. They've been tag battles and single battles. They were easy, right? This is the first time we've had a double battle, where Zinzolin actually has full control of the field, has good Pokemon, is using weather, but I mean, we're just going to see how it goes. I've prepped for this fight for like 20 or 30 minutes, and it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. We do risk a little bit. We risk a slight bit. I probably could have done this riskless, but I think the strategy we have right now has us doing it with very little risk. And final Zinzolin fight. I can't believe we're coming to the end of the Zinzolin gauntlet. We've had 4 Zinzolin fights. He leads with Vanillix and Triagonal. Snow warning here. A little scary. Snow warning. Snow warning's a bit scary. Snow warning's a tiny bit scary. Here's what we're gonna do. Sunny day. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're going to... I didn't heal. I keep doing this. I'm just gonna Fire Punch. Yeah, Fire Punch the Cryo. So, part of the reason this... We'll see how this goes is because my Infernape is 7 levels over level... 7 or 8 levels over leveled most of this team. But we're gonna kill the Cryogonal, and then Vanillix has Focus Sash. A little scary, but doesn't really have a lot it can do to either of these Pokemon. Now, Vanillix is going to be on the turn for on the field for a couple turns because it has the Focus Sash. We're clicking Sunny Day. We're not damaging it this turn, so it's guaranteed to be around this turn and next turn. There's only a couple things it could do that would be really bad. Double High Roll Dazzling Gleam crit kills Infernape, but we can play around it. Double High Roll Power Gem crit kills Scizor, but we can also play around it because the idea there is that we would get crit by the first one first, and then we would be able to play around it. Infernape is insanely fast, also insanely strong, also insanely over-leveled. Goodbye, Cryogonal. Infernape has swept almost all the Zinzolin fights so far. It didn't do the last one because it was actually a double. Alright, Power Gem into Scizor, please don't crit me. Okay, we're good. We're good. No risks, by the way. This fight is riskless now, basically. The worst thing that could have happened there, so he also could have Blizzard froze our Scizor, but Scizor has a Spear Berry, so the only thing that could have happened would have been Power Gem crit, and then he Power Gem crits the next turn, or double Dazzling Gleam crit, but we're just not worried. Bullet Punch is going to bring Vanillix down to Sash. Vanillix is a Fairy type in this game, so it's quite effective. Low Kick is going to kill Mamoswine. Cool. Infernape is insanely fast, so it's going to outspeed the Mamo. It's going to kill it. The really nice thing about Scizor and Infernape together is that they bait in a really consistent line. So Mamoswine was guaranteed there, and Walrein is guaranteed here. Dazzling Gleam literally doesn't matter. You could double crit me. I don't care. I don't care. Here's Walrein. We're going to pick up the kill on the Vanillix. And we're going to low kick the Walrein. I probably should have put EXP share on someone, actually, because Infernape's a little close to the level cap. That's probably my biggest misplay here, but it's fine. And that is 2/3 of Zinzolin's team soloed by these 2 Pokemon. Almost at full health here. Weavile and Frostlass are going to come in. Weavile has Fake Out. So we're just going to double Protect here. No reason to risk anything. Now that we have the Protect TM, this is a totally free play. Double Protect here. It would be a little scary if we saw Destiny Bond on Frostlass, but it really doesn't matter. There's no setup here. There's literally nothing we're worried about. Weavile clicks Night Slash. Will-O-Wisp from Frostlass. Okay. Weavile is outsped and dead to Fire Punch. Hex into Scizor, I believe. Hex crit into Scizor, I believe, would kill me. It would. Hex crit into this thing is completely fine. Especially because, yeah, I always live Hex crit, and I'm also going to heal. So Scizor is going to switch on a potentially scary Hex. This thing is Will-O-Wisping, so I'm actually going to go to Rotom. And then we're going to click Low Kick for the 3rd time this battle. Now, Low Kick also could have killed Cryogonal, so I could have gotten 4 kills with Low Kick this fight, but I wanted to be a little nice to Fire Punch. This kills Weavile, and Infernape should be about at full health after this. He can't Will-O-Wisp me. Hopefully we don't see... No Destiny Bond? Okay. Sunlight fades. I'm gonna Protect, I think, here. Frostlass is gonna outspeed my Rotom, but not my Infernape. So now that Sun is gone, I don't know if Infernape kills. It does. It does. Yeah. GG's, Zinzolin. No priority here. No way to set up Destiny Bond before I attack you. You're dead. So I've been saying this Zinzolin fight was actually going to be hard for a really long time. It wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. I will admit, shout out my Infernape being both Iron Fist and Hasty. Hasty was the only reason we outsped the Weavile, which made that last part of the fight really consistent. But everything, like literally those first 4 KOs could be picked up, like universally, as long as you have Infernape and then a Pokemon that switch baits with Infernape well, right? A Pokemon that can set up Sunny Day and also exactly baits Walrein and Mamoswine. But that's Zinzolin. I'm not going to stall this video for too much longer. I think every single one of our Zinzolin videos have been like 5 minutes. And there's no reason to change that. Infernape sweeps yet another Zinzolin fight. Are we surprised? No. One mistake is that I should have put EXP share on a Pokemon so that Infernape didn't get so much XP. And the fact that that is my only mistake in any Zinzolin fight ever is pretty crazy. I will see you guys for Colress, which, I mean, I kept saying that Zinzolin was going to be an actually hard fight. I think Colress is going to be a hard fight, but I don't know. This is a single battle, and I have a pretty good record with single battles, but we've got some setup here. Nasty Plot, Shift Gear, so much setup for no reason, dude. For what? Destiny Bond, whatever. So we'll see you guys for Colress, and then for the Triple Triad, but we're making some good progress on the Plasma Frontier, the Plasma Gauntlet. I will say, we did get our Giant's Chasm encounter, and it was Clefable. So, not Metagross. Little sad, but not a big deal. That's about it. I'll see you guys for Chorus.